A very good happy Wednesday morning and a very good happy hump day to everyone out there. Landon here in the driver's seat, bringing you your latest weather and out forecast courtesy of On Target. Let's get right into the breakdown, shall we? Had that cold front that passed through here, and we are opening up the door to northwest flow, all right? We're going to have this northwesterly flow that's going to be coming in here, and as a result, it is going to be sunny today. You can see the vast majority of not any cloud cover. It remains well north of the region. It is going to be colder out there with those stout westerly winds. We're going to be looking at highs. It's going to be mitigated and compared to what we have grown accustomed to here recently. Get a look across the region. D93 Skycam overlooking downtown Bowling Green. Not a cloud in the sky. A chilly start for us out there, but outside of that, not really anything to worry about. Taking a look over our Barren River Lake cam. What a beautiful view. Got the stars lighting up the early twilight sky on this Wednesday morning. A clear and chilly start to what's going to turn into a breezy but otherwise rather beautiful day. I want to jump over here. I want to give you the latest breakdown in terms of exactly what we have. And we have got readings that are located all the way down to right around the lower 40s region-wide. We're only going to be putting highs up to right around the low and mid-60s as we work into this afternoon. Definitely going to be a pure fall-like feel here over the next few days with the weather setup that we have in store for us. Jump over here and get a look at the latest model guidance, bring you the latest breakdown of what we're expecting to occur. We roll throughout this morning, all is well and fine, and then as the day wears on, we're going to see those winds pick up and increase. We got this area of low pressure, counterclockwise flow. High pressure is clockwise flow. These are going to be working in tandem to reinvigorate that northwesterly flow and those winds that we are going to be experiencing here throughout the day. And the short-term model guidance is picking up on that very nicely. By the time we roll into mid-morning, wind gusts to 15 to 25 plus miles an hour. This pretty much continues all the way through the daylight hours of today, and then the winds will subside tonight, allowing lows to tank. Could have the possibility of some frost in some locations. Take note of that. And then, right as we work into our Thursday, take a look. Not quite as strong, but those winds are still going to be gusting at 10 to 20 miles an hour. And then we get those winds that relax throughout our Thursday night into our Friday morning. And that's going to allow for even colder temperatures out there, folks. It's going to be absolutely frigid by sunrise on Friday. We're looking at a likely frost or even the potential for a freeze out there across the entirety of the Wobbles community and beyond. Getting on that frost note, take a look here. With clear skies and the calming winds, that is a recipe for frost, and that is the setup that we appear to have. This afternoon, models are struggling to put us anywhere above the low to mid 60 range throughout tonight. Lows falling all the way down to either side of the 40-degree mark. I think we're going to get a little bit colder than the 45 degrees that it's showing there. Could definitely have the opportunity of seeing frost whenever you wake up early tomorrow morning. You definitely cannot rule that out. By the time we roll into our Thursday afternoon, again, models struggling to punch us up out of the 50s and up into the lower 60s. But folks, take a look at the overnight. Here we are rolling into the pre-dawn hours of our Friday morning, right at sunrise. Lows tanking all the way down. It says 35 degrees, folks. I think some of us, especially those of you in the valley locations, could potentially see lows drop down to either side of the 30-degree mark. You look over here in some of the valley locations that this is picking up on. Somerset, it has going all the way down to 27 degrees. So wouldn't be surprised at all to see a hard freeze take place out there, at least for some of us by very early Friday morning. By Friday afternoon, much of the same. Highs rising up to right around the low and mid 60s region-wide. Let's get back over here and let's talk about what we have in store after we get past the work week, because we do have a pattern change, it would appear. We're going to stay quiet and sunny, just the winds to combat here all the way through the end of the work week. Eyes have been on this weather maker with this short wave that is digging in here across the central and the southern plains. The latest model guidance, as we put this into motion and show you, continues to pull that disturbance further to the south, all right? If you remember initially here, back towards the start of the work week, that shortwave rode eastward right along and near Tennessee and Kentucky, bringing widespread showers and storms to the region throughout the entirety of the weekend. That does not appear to be the case any longer. We might catch a sparse pop-up shower or two, maybe some sprinkles that'll come in here in the Saturday time frame. It's not going to be until we get perhaps even late in the day on Sunday, as you can see here, where this surface low is going to develop. And with the surface low here, counterclockwise flow is going to be trying to pull deep moisture up into our vicinity. We'll see how far north that it can make it. But it brings showers and storms into our vicinity as early as Sunday afternoon. And then continuing throughout the early days of next week, we're going to need to keep close eyes as we roll through the Monday to Wednesday time frame. We got some of the long-term model guidance that is showcasing a deepening low pressure system. You can see this one has it down to the south. We have others that have it further to the north. This could be a robust weather maker that could be bringing the opportunity at some showers and storms along with it. We will definitely be keeping eyes on that. Now, despite us being in voodoo country over a week out, we're still looking at model guidance here. And right now, it is showcasing a quiet Halloween. It looks like it could be breezy out there at times with high pressure building in. But right now, being roughly a week out, a week and a couple of days out, Halloween is looking nice, so hopefully we can keep this long-range pattern intact. We'll be dry through there, but you'll see we'll be dodging these rounds of showers and storms in these fronts. It's going to be working down and through the region, so there is some activity to pay attention to nonetheless. All right, and jump over here and take a look at the latest in terms of what we are expecting on the rainfall front. This has been meandering back and forth with the long-term models throughout the weekend and into the early days of next week, really going back and forth. Continues to mitigate our rain totals from roughly 1/4 of an inch to 3/4 of an inch here. This is valid through Wednesday morning of next week, but again, it's going to be greatly dependent upon what the Sunday through Wednesday time frame looks like with a deepening low down to our south and how much deep moisture is able to evac up into our vicinity from that direction. Getting a look here at next week as well, our model members and our machine learning guidance continues to suggest the opportunity of some severe weather just west of the region rolling into Tuesday of next week. Obviously going to be keeping eyes on this as we roll throughout Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday to see if that severe risk gets expanded or moved any further east whenever we see the evolution of how these weather makers are going to behave. Taking a quick peek out into the tropics, we have Tropical Storm Melissa that has developed. It's meandering there in the Caribbean, just south of Cuba, Haiti, Dominican Republic, Puerto Rico. Do have Jamaica that is already underneath a tropical storm watch. With this meandering tropical storm, it's expected to reach hurricane strength by the time we roll into the Friday time frame. So we'll keep eyes on that, see how it evolves after it runs into some of the topography here. Usually whenever tropical systems hit land, it will cause some weakening, but depending upon how the atmospheric conditions behave, going to be keeping close eyes on that. Full 6-day forecast breakdown. It is going to be sunny, but it is going to be windy and chilly today, tomorrow, and rolling into our Friday. Low and mid 60s for the vast majority of the Wobbles community and the surrounding region. We're going to bump highs up on Saturday underneath an increase in cloud cover to the lower 70s. Pop-up showers, a rumble of thunder makes an appearance on Sunday, with those chances appearing to increase Sunday night into the start of the new work week. Friends, it's going to wrap up your Wednesday morning hump day edition of your Weather or Not forecast presented by On